Abusia Telecel Ghana Music Awards weekend Yane Baso. Yedika a video I show exactly how it happened. Ninwama Koso.
Charlie Mama supporting Paluta behind me. Say 5-star.
This video is about the performances here. It happened at the night.
Let me hear you scream.
Artists a perform here with the 26th edition of this TGMA, you know, were more than 20. But now we are going to talk about 13 notable performances. A course.
Oh, you did do me no more.
This is the ranking you've been waiting for, from the worst to the best. Yes, Charles here. Coming in at number 13, Ayisi. Ayisi voice you cry right now in Ghana music industry. I think that he's my favorite artist with a unique set of voice. I think that he has no competition right now when it comes to that quality voice, you know, what I say. And during the performance, you know, he really brought that. What I love to see personally when it comes to performances, and it says so in a stage, so use the stage in a way you make the stage you a big word. Yeah, we're not going vulgar today. But Ayisi was kind of a standstill performer. And that, in as much as any voice is good. But you didn't and with the type of numna now what and how I go up and down, because there are so many things. I used to see the artist, you know, which were book can I leave? You know, that kind of vibe. But I was expecting to see something like that from Ayisi. That never happened. For the 2 tracks of perform. And the second thing, and it says all the amount of people from backstage and so during our performance, make sure that they are coming to compliment at dinner. Why you see the we could see some amount of people roller blades on the cheek, and they were kind of going round and round. And you see was doing his thing performing. He didn't even interact with them once, and I was like, so did they come? We've been a small mom backstage as well, and as they were part of a whole performance, because if they were at least shock some kind of they be interact a little bit with them. That never happened. And the rollerblades, I didn't quite get it. With a song and now you see too, and you know I think that it didn't work. Coming in at number 12, Yaw Darling. Yaw Darling and winning the unsung artist of the night. Into your man a chance to perform. In my opinion, no, how we used to stage and he was going up and down, what I say, and also interacted with a man for no. So for me, that no, is way better than what Ayisi did.
If you believe in my own I will give you my last candle.
Always new upcoming artists at the head and then say sometimes no I'm a very brain so people can sing along or vibe with it. Last year, unsung artist of the year, no, I was the performance was way better because of how I know Mexico. I don't know no, I don't remember. Either I think they were but you know, I check. So Yaw Darling they were saying personally I have a feeling that a whole lot of people also felt like that. So that is always a disadvantage to an upcoming artist. But you know, he did his thing and then won his award. And you know, your man is late in the kind of Coming in at number 11, this one was a tribute song to Osibisa. Doma, Titio Usu, and a Dina, and a Babe Mai.
Let me hear you say, everybody now.
Doma ne di kan Babe to first. Or told you personally, I am the grand maintain that. But you know, the vibe and age it was good. Just an Doma voice, one shadante. But you know, she did her thing. Afterwards, when I Titio Usu Subai.
The sun is up, spirit high, people everywhere. Yeah.
Now Osibisa, artist and a Ghanaian group of artists, abusia, omo legendary songs, almost so many songs, to that fact. So most of omo we were not born during their time, so I don't know much of their songs. So I was expecting that if this was Osibisa kind of tributor, you come in with a bang with Nyoma amount for him, super popular when it comes to the Ghanaian audience, like Woyaya, like coming home. That was what I was expecting as a tribute to Osibisa, because that was the two songs I found super popular in Ghana.
Folks are jumping, screaming, and shouting, party everywhere.
But that is not how they started it. Almost started with their kind of hippie hip songs, and then later they put the bar down to the enemy. But after Titi Owusu, and a dinner so buy.
The vultures fly, the wind is high.
Now we buy all of them on stage. The cohesiveness was there. The performance was good.
Let me hear you say, everybody now. Hosa, hosa, ho. Yeah, yeah. Hosa, 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 yeah, yeah.
It moved the crowd to, for example, and then I feel the end there. And no bad the slow songs, plus and in memoriam, like something all within that segment. And I feel Beto, where are going? And then afterwards, somebody,
We are going.
to me, that way that should have started the whole thing. And then come ending with that high-end type of thing, but it didn't happen like that. So they get my number 11 spot on this ranking. Coming in at number 10, Empress Gifty. Empress Gifty performance, you see, when it comes to a man for two gospel songs, almost started two gospel songs was on them no young cranky. And on my turn that into a career. So already they coming to perform, they can kill it. Simple like that. And the type of song Anna Empress to Anna, latest year drop Watch Me. It was very good song or buy There wasn't much more Empress are there, even though say you're good in the performance, you're solid, but you can see say you should stage correctly. A man for were singing along. Always know that is something be as an artist, the original stage you perform, that is something be you are always expecting. So to see people actually on their feet singing along, it was good. And it has been a very long time, who Empress performing on the stage like that. Like Ghana Music Award. So, her performing now and also winning an award was that was very good. But when it comes to performance, Empress there. And here, she gets my number 10 spot. Coming in at number 9, where's a set of artists that Ombabe tribute Yaw Sarpong near Smartphone Band. The artist, only one guy in the minimum by the name Francis, that guy in White. What they did was amazing because you now more to already now popular. A whole lot of people are now worrying about that day, Plus, I'm off one nation live on TV, YouTube, all of them now with your money. But near more money and even extra and say, or by Tiwa by stage, Yaw Sarpong, the trophy, and then she also performed. Tiwa started so autonomous. You see, it's not like in Promise everybody in Solinan and Arsenal, where it moved people to stand up and then People were, it was lovely. And then the 3 artists need to come perform here. You can see I'm perform throughout in Yano. And need GB or Makumua. Serious, just say they were performing a serious song, a tribute song, but still they were happy, they were full of joy. And that was something I really loved it. Coming in at number 8, Kweku Smoke. What this year awards, I'm one of the coolest intros when it comes to performances now. Kweku Smoke.
Now we're getting close to that performance. Very, very close to that performance you've been waiting for. Ladies and gentlemen.
The intro was seriously good. The suspense I'm creating for the artist, I was like, who is this artist? I can't wait to see who that person is. So at some point, and I was even thinking, say, Shatta Wale, because you see the disconnect between Shatta Wale and the Chatter House. And this is how we mark, in a kind of a suspenseful, bravo. So how am I in a I thought the artist be like Shatta Wale was the only person who can step out of that cage now, not them now. And we like people will feel like, okay, TGMA, now there you understand business. But that wasn't it. It was Kweku Smoke. Now I'm not saying it's Kweku Smoke and the idea to even think of that, solid is good. Now Osibisa said DNT kura na start here Kweku Smoke or shake cage mwa. And Cheno drop one album. Title of the album was Born in Hell. So you can say Hell on Earth. 2 things. One, it's either prison or second, Capito's bedroom. Yeah. I shit you not. I wish you. So that one was a better representation of Born in Hell. What I say? And then we end up performing in your mind. When I go, we get tough. Back when we smoke, you know about Betoy, and I said them move one month for an auditorium, simply because a month for a share honor. We are fans of various artists, bebre, and we never be shame. So, no, it's not like say, show I be a quackobo. Now, man for an able showing himself Kweku Smoke near a show. So, you be able to be, and maybe we can sing along. What auditorium honor, it's not like that, and even on the stage, it wasn't like that. What I say, even though the album not drop away, very solid. And again, that album no crown. And yanyoma your perform or event beat saying say. About saying now, people can sing along because of 2 things. One, it's rap. Rap artists very rare, to use a rap beat him GD and Sana man for me to sing word for word to say be a sa the original beats. And second, I'm not one sharing him the lines because this Kweku Smoke album is like or can it done a coma so shiny mu ankasa. And that always a hit and miss when it comes to performances for audience and a fan base or more exact location or more in your fan base, if that makes sense. But what I think wasn't cool 2 things. One, time I Kweku Smoke work cage I'll start a sort of who said there was an audio sync issue. Nyum na ye bona all lip syncing ebusia it didn't match. And then at the end the kura ho baby ye cut Kweku Smoke off. Like your man and can goodbye impo. I'm like, oh, why do you do Kweku Smoke like that? You know what I mean? So ebusia only not to tell the max. That's the reason why you're number 8, Coming in at number 7, The Rave by DJ Vyrusky. They Molly, can say Beast Rap and Nakujo Black at bus stage, Let's start with DJ Vyrusky Babaye. Or Babe, as a DJ, the set and Ebusia, or Bob Nyoma started so or boy hits upon hits. So it's like, this guy never miss. God almighty. Or boss and so the man was switching. I'm like, okay. Now I understand how and why. Chama and winning that DJ was like crazy, Here we go. Oba Italy, I did KiDi by Italy some time ago. Or by way, the exact same thing. I'm like, okay. Now this is what I want to see. What I say, he delivered, everything was impeccable.
Gotta take it back, son.
And then you acquire into artists that perform within that rave segment. You know. First artist was again a Beast Rap. Beast Rap will buy and the initial not in passo and then let the business performing like fly again, what you person free relationship and stuff. That was just again the performance and was top tier. The whole thing, no, at least the first song on the performance was very good. Everywhere could be at the fast, but that first and there, we gotta give him that. The second human out to sing, I didn't even know what the F he was singing. It felt like, okay, you're free. Fly girl, be a fly girl, be a now very about the true gospel. And then your team Akuma the worst rendition of Castro's song. And I'm like, why? One you hit song to just one now you name na him, but you don't have one. So why? Over to Castro, I listen it in a way a man for him kai how a legend in a two adiano. You didn't do it that way. Beast Rap after the performance of the first song, whatever was left to be an Abuja wasn't good. Second was Kojo Black. Kojo Black by he was trying to dance in a sexiness type of way. Shad me these and I'm the German. Sexiness is not your thing. Move on. Me who be or ye ne furu so na or chiachi and sisi chinchim ne won. What I mean, can't what I say. But I was after the first song, the second song was solid. It was seriously good. The performance was good. Or you see stage properly, even basters, but did his thing. That was awesome. The first was not good. Second song was good. And then came the last act in that segment, Molly.
Everybody.
Now, Buzawa winning Molly, no. Try not follow, no. Because she's doing amazingly well. Ocean stream numbers here. Utibe boom. One song of hers on YouTube were over 27 million views. Until the two songs of Baba Two, the two songs in now were hit songs. So shake it to the max. I was here. I'm off for Italy. I pray so Obaba Tunyoma already a hit song. It's an easier task for her. Oba was saying sexiness kakra. And then also you see stage like I was expecting. Crowd seems to love it. So what I would say when it comes to this whole rave segment now, especially when it comes to the three artists that perform here now. I think if I'm ranking each artist individually, those three artists can be the last on this list, starting with Kojo Black and then Beast Rap and then Molly. But Amunina coming together to do this plus DJ Vyrusky segment, and then I move higher on this ranking. Individually, they weren't that great, but combined, now we're talking. Coming in at number 6, KiDi.
Oh, you did do me no more.
KiDi's performance was unexpected because I didn't see anything on a flyer say KiDi be performing at the night. So there's a bit of Mihuru was stage walk around an auditorium one. I felt like okay, I was 90 nominating an Intia Waba. And the performance was seriously good.
Baby, my days, what a bum, say.
First song I know perform your perform Drew Baby and even Paluta cross and buy it.
Hey, Paluta.
At that time, na Paluta Baba perform where we go. And then KiDi perform the drum no see from. Not a whole lot of artists, and they used to the stage idea man on a plus stage a from. But he did that. What I didn't love about that whole thing, so get it down. And they said when he got down, Okoko Jina Kunya dedicated to the VVIPs. Abusoma bad the event, and I said that to inside from. Omo Kunya Motesono. So no no didn't empower Wakoko Fru Jinaso. Wakanya Mamre, that shows disrespect. I won't lie. So for him to do that, I think that cancelled out the fact is so see from the crowd. To me, was see from Cranky.
Life in the sugar, me love it. Like we shoot them forever. Will I live ya? Na.
Because imagine so no mammy Kobabi. Now mammy address it. Oh, mammy take Kunyaso. Or sorry, I'll buy and no Wujina Kunyana Swa. What does that tell you? So for him to do that, what does the I wasn't good. What you say?
Life in the sugar, me love it. Like we shoot them forever. Will I live ya? Na.
But I'm thinking, say he didn't even think about it that way. So you know, you have a man slightly. Now let's get to the top 5 performances at the night. Came Promise by, and it was straight to the point type of performance. I loved it. Niamatiase was the initial time and now Gina phone booth. What was the point of that? I understand that some of these artists, some of the acts eventually happen on the stage, it's either from their album or drop or a video and something like that was in there. I think it's in Paris and it has something like that. And then they try to replicate it. But if you're doing something like that on a stage, I feel like it should be more than just a film keke. And then you waste time just standing in there. The moment you exit, that thing is over. It doesn't make any sense anymore. That I don't quite get it. It's kind of waste of time and also not necessary. The same can promise Yana last year. No Jinen Sumo and now Fed or 9 Bruzo, and then that didn't even add any value to the performance. Kind of the same thing that happened with Ayisi. Because if there's a phone boot to the free man, still now what he did, nothing changes. So if you are adding an extra element like the phone boot now, it should add extra thing to add, But this, it didn't add anything. Can Promise performance is always good. Or buy and it's just a no mistake nowhere. At some point, the crowd, kwabna kura sign bomb. The performance had more variety. Sexy girls for keep it sexy, was saying. And then you see the sexy girls, you can go gymnastics at the Froco stage. Bringing Kwabna was something we didn't expect. The Caribbean ladies at bar stage in this war, plus all the multiple flags from different countries at bar stage in this war too for Nanyum Continental. All these things added to the variety of it. Plus at least the phone booth now answer that nyashi.
Continental, we go. International, we go fly.
So the performance was very good. Just then still now is the phone booth. Now you call number 4. Which is familiar.
So Fubia Semen come Samaba from Samanya and Tamame Huna, Amaba from
Familiar, the can introduce and the artist can familiar. Now for the Akati to baby as a familiar Gina and performance Bekoso. Abuzia, but that was the only hiccup happening during the awards night. Now, when it comes to the awards night this time around, Abuzia, I won't lie. On my phone, can't say, oh, they better that different thing when it comes to production and videography. They sucked. I won't lie. You better that a dedicated video about that because I think that needs to be talked about. Yeah, because I guess I am why. They couldn't even control spotlight. KiDi Bejina Kunyasi Naka spotlight than enemy who's a kid in the performing. At some point, I could even smoke who perform, and now we couldn't even see him on the stage. I'm like, you guys had a BIA share from feeling you, but I doubt it. But for me, then I cut it to the stage and asked no money and ready no commercial break. Or back, And I feel the family and the team and the squad that we see now I feel the more ready. And then the performance and start here. Performance and start here and a family cross than a con who butu from to say Bible me Yesu Christo die. Who are Ghana name family for the past couple of like 4-5 years here. They say we are rebranding home from family to Peter. Yesha Bible numsua. That cross is synonymous with Jesus Christ, not Peter. The family jumped through Peter to Yesu Christo ankasa. And then did his thing with the cross, and then afterwards, I'm out for because oh, Francis Jaina Peter, Yesu also cross to Peter, so be buana. After so free cross and as no kojina ho. San nadia I can Yesu nationity, na bisu family. So that shows you say straight from Peter to Yesu Christo. And I don't get it. But okay, it's fine. You're calling him. But let me say this. The second promise, the same applies to the cross. May I show that the cross no Korintia. You cut it by the first time, no munya ready no. And after some family free cross and there was no importance to the cross anymore. In the moment I the cross in the stage you are heading. At least Abiana can see like a standing at the backdrop of Krana. Everything is okay. It's still in the frame and then it still signifies something. But they took it off stage. I'm like, you waste time to bring this. It adds no value to the story. Sekebia familiar lyrics and the lines been talk about cross B and then Bibiti Agradaa and Kametiasie. But that wasn't it. And cross is not the only thing in Famia's performance and making sense to me. Second thing was Lady Biano Timoto bike, so with Guy Biano Mujina and Chira, not time and a Fameka, Peter Reba. Almost at that spotlight, Tiom. What was that point? What on your normal what was the point of that one? That's still I don't understand. And then the third thing was no man no mesia kata ewa homaso ho no. Is it time no gba katachienum no? I felt like okay, or gba katachienum because they kind of throw back. Akatachie was back in the days now. That was how it gives you that type of memory because they see no makata wa homaso we are all that. So I thought I said that was it. And then after so Boakatachinium for like 15 seconds, and that was it. And I'm like, then what is the point of the close what dry line is so? But all that normal mentiasian aside, Famia's performance was super. Now, out of various artists, a performer, and that's my ranking on number 4. That shows you that Famia did amazingly well. And then the last thing I'll say about Famia is that he had more people on stage as dancers than any other artist that night. So that was seriously good. Now let's get into the top 3. Stonebwoy's performance about happening. Foster Romanus, a man intro. That was solid.
Ladies and gentlemen, this boy is not shy at all, and he is the beam of dancehall music in Ghana. Right from the streets of Ashaiman. Ladies and gentlemen, make some noise for the beam god, Stonebwoy.
After Foster Romanus intro, OG the MC super my very powerful intro ankasa.
I go by the name OG the MC. Get up on your feet for the reigning artist of the year. One God.
And not just OG the MC intro after how we introduce Stonebwoy as the performer was also very good. Like the darkness, the lights blinking here and there, and then it cut it to baby a Stonebwoy all in white, very clean. Yeah, it was very good, at least for that intro side of things. Now lights and cut it to Stonebwoy and you Stonebwoy. The first thing I mean who was in haircut. She haircut reasons. Now Stonebwoy who by Dr. Louisa who dear. Free saloon where coffee and here. We are so when I was because me who I didn't say wait here. I said don little romance. What is this? But you know it is Stonebwoy. It is what it is.
Me never come last and not a decent. Them said now will if a shot but they can not reverse. I would judge a place good and never low. And anyway them a go set a chop.
What I was saying about the first performance, at least for the first song, was that first song I'm gonna make what I mean that because you know I'm not into the deep universe of Beam Nation. So that to me that song was not popular. But how I perform with a month one over stage, like it was very good. The setup, everything was solid. From that song, Stonebwoy was elevating or the air, coffee, go through baby no. And I who say as a Castro nyom, so to me I felt like a tribute to Castro. And then out of nowhere, the two guys be by stage. I didn't even know who they were. Later them find out say too tough. And I was a too tough buy. I think say about 7 years ago, only too tough here track be. So, you know, too tough being the legends they are, no, he wanted to bring them and then, you know, it is what it is. But I don't think that it worked. The Castro bait anymore initially no worked. By the time I too tough started to Motonyum, no, I didn't even know what they were saying or what they were singing. It would have been better, I think, more that spotlight to sing old songs to be. But to sing a song, your man, I don't even know, say, no more money Stonebwoy, you know. And Mbaba 2 years impose saying, but you know, it was a dear, but be an Stonebwoy, I sat here, I did not build it to know. Now, Fede, I see a beauty from. And then Stonebwoy, being the good artist that he is, and I was here, or started picking everything back up again, and I was saying, elevate at the other side course. Stonebwoy drew the performance of Ninyum Jejejeno. And he was a gay and a took gume. As a tangerine me and sell computer home. I was here, I won't lie. You was again at backstage. On that, you know, short man, the music video of Jejejeno. Shinagakpe basically was, you know, running us on stage and then guy named HS, you know. And I'm like, who planned this? It's like as I did more planning or WhatsApp group beam. Because this is not, it didn't add anything to it. I understand the Bianca Stonebwoy interacted with Shinagakpe in a way. And as a Stonebwoy interacted with a short guy in a crown, I would understand. But I'm on the material Mutumrika and I'm like, who did this? Like, sometimes I didn't you guys really have to, you know, plan everything through. Or where Kendrick Lamar performance or performance or Super Bowl, whatever. Everything in there was seriously planned out. Now I know there's more room. Everything was dedicated to them. But I'm telling you, say, if you know, say you are going to perform at music's biggest night, the biggest award scheme of Ghana, and then you have been hired to come and perform. Now, so are these type of people backstage here. Make sure that whatever they are coming to do, no, adds a little value to all performance. No, you get me? Failing to do that, then what is the point of bringing them? What do you say? Because Shinagakpe jina won anka o shake ni tokura ka bia Stonebwoy beto jiggle and wine anka o shake to and anka bounce back and forth. That we go feel am. What you say? But it's like Shinagakpe ni best feature in it too. And if you are not highlighting that now o mani be 2 mirika. What are you you go anymore and Sunday has started the matter. Shina, this is not an insult. You know, I have deep love for you because you'll be a Ukra tax machine like that now. We are my number one. What I say, so you know, don't take this as a disrespect and as a insult. I beg. I'm just telling you, you know, who best feature to put it in a better words from the mouth of Snoop Dogg, you know, your future is behind you. And then I bet my time. Hey! Kofi Magraheb, you share what day. And one thing a Stonebwoy, yeah, later I find it out to cry. Yes, you perform on a title, no, you giddy, and I say fire. Yes, in your cry, when you release here, so we don't know the title or the better sign you so. Bashe Niji Jina Sanyum Numa. Me a menya number 1 Beam Nation fan Kurana Busia. I can't wait for that song. Because the lyrics in somehow can no. But the very last scene of Stonebwoy's performance was Omode Batakari type of Eba Shadow. And the chairman no baby Batakarim dia Stonebwoy no. Chairman couldn't open it, on time. And I didn't know performance na end. So Stonebwoy jigu ni kon hono koy. Or say yanke very nice. But I think that the timing of that didn't really work. So even though the Stonebwoy performance and hiccups and no maybe amfa was part of it, but I think that the performance itself, he did amazingly well. So he gets the number 3 spot. Now coming in at number 2. This is where it gets crazy. Paluta. Now from the intro, I said that performance we've all been waiting for. No, I honestly thought at that time, Paluta performance was going to be the last performance at the night, but that wasn't it. But Paluta Babedru stage in this one, he started singing about himself in an emotional way. For Nenyum Asedano, where a verse Korana any part of Aseda, I think.
All my life.
That was very emotional. And how I know you West and one by one paying what made you, 2 4. I would say everything at that. Just it was personal. It was very good, Ankasa. And then a month for a stage, he say, white, yeah, quite solid type of vibe. We be all was good. People were expecting some could perform one sedan for long, but that wasn't it. One perform one sedan for long, but very short, in a very nice and then or hit it a picky. A picky in Yahiti and a mafuna nasha white no more on them when we show me now back. It's disco time. Baby, I'm feeling your powers. How I can Paluta the dancers on stage and Abusia no more interaction, no more vibe, no more choirs are still now autonomous.
Take husband. No man can go to block my shine. For the money and the film, if you been a real rap plus 99.
That was something and I was expecting from Ayisi, but that didn't happen. Not like Paluta here, because Ubia no tempo is different. But still, interact with the people now. Audio mobile to make you act better. By the time I came Paluta performing a picking a reno. Nebusia Obiojin and Naso. We came Paluta anymore. He didn't even break a sweat. And I'm like, God almighty, this guy. This guy. Or perform Mudru baby in a stage in a Kureso man because I could tell betting interest or cut down. Nenaka me expecting is could be running ponum to send last year. A branch of match they will run ponum. But see from evening, you could see that the video coverage, it was terrible. Like it was bad. They couldn't even capture him properly. Time I know what I say hold. So it's like I say hold now, calling I was useless. So it is what it is. This year, I'm on a video of it. I don't understand some of the shots. Now, I get is that I was there very long. So, yeah, videographer crying for that long, you get tired at some point. But the shots needs to be better. Mukra Gambles, use that properly. She knew I was to a stage where find people their only job is on bare man for, crazy things. What I say. And that didn't happen. What the best I can watch them separately. So Paluta did his thing. By the time or two, the last song, just say, or cry out, and I'm like, that was it. Paluta, we want more. At least me. But I was so that shows you, say, he did something. It was better in any way, even though say it was short, but I was it was seriously good. Second Paluta number 2 there, then definitely you know the number 1. Daughters of Glorious Jesus. Daughters by stage, you know. Initially, Mudi can buy and wasn't a put me in the vibe of even enjoying what they were doing, initial song, you know. And then, you know, they've been doing this for years, so they know exactly what they were doing. I didn't get it, but you know, initial song, you know. Then after the first song, you know, and I'm getting into Atwa B, and 2 ladies be backstage. And after I'm okay, Katos and okay, now me bomb tinko, crab, and I'm bomb tinko, crab, okay. Now there's what I'm expecting. Now if you don't matter, yes, you're money back why you're popular, and I'm like, okay, they know what they are doing. Daughters, you know that they are, you know, legendary gospel artists. Or they are over 50 years, I think. So, you know, they every performance in the book, they know about it. So, you know, when they were on the stage, you know, once you're massacre, you gotta wait, you understand. And then, you know, I'm telling you to do, baby, I started here before Nipanum Pian. I'm saying, God Almighty. God Almighty. Daughters, allegedly, I don't know about before, but you know, how another daughter say kasa ne how was nipa no na fedo gina we buni mu no. In my mind I was like, okay, I started here by pie allegedly. Baba be killing me off for crying. Say one of them no went to the drum set and started drumming. I'm like, you guys just I'm watching a home. And I was the set no obi watching no drama. Obeka say it wasn't that good. Yeah, watching was on them, ne boa no. To us it was amazing. And how I now see really at them like, okay, daughters young to boys kakra. Now I did say what for number 1 spot on, but leave some for the small boys at the backstage. I was here. After that, you know, I'm trying to see another performance. You know, people were on their feet. They were the first artists. They man for original for their performance without even telling them to do so. I was here. Daughters did amazingly well. And even though some of your gospel artists, even though some of the started like the Rocky starter, they are still number 1 in my books for the Telecel Ghana Music Awards. So I was here ranking no. Nyahina will agree and Nyahina will disagree. Let me know in the comment section. Thanks for watching. Tap send. The numero 1 mobile app. I was here betting just send this car command off for our Ghana. So Italy, Germany, Europe, USA, even Dubai. Now person send this car the brand off for Ghana. App where so use to tap send. Apple App Store and Google Play Store na download right now for 2 phones. Because all they send this car command off for BR. Until we levy. Exchange rate was so. It's fast, it's secure, it's all the good things are. And mouth trouble. Or security a top notch. And I first time I could download the app now you see they send this car. Ubo code Magraheb Shema. Depending on baby I want. You better see a chowska. I'm at the ska was sending on. There was just only starting use to tap sender. Make conform our neck. Even no more mobile wallet. I was your betting me load do no with ska. The times was I was send this kind of command for Ghana. Now nothing I be connected to bank. Dabi. Oh tap wallet no. The fast na is what send ko. Tap send the abusia mean can form enough. This is when you tap send ya. Ko Apple App Store and Google Play Store na ko download no right now.
Tap send. Papa no.
Thanks for watching. Subscribe to the channel for videos like this every day. Till we meet again abusia. Adios.